And we're ready for the opening kickoff here in Eugene. UCLA will receive the ball. Meanwhile, time to join the third member of our team, our sideline analyst and coach, Tim Brewster.
Thank you, Gus. The perception of this Oregon offense is they're going to throw it all over the lot. Reality says this is a run-first football team. The X factor tonight for the Ducks is true freshman DeAnthony Thomas. He's a remarkable athlete. He'll play multiple positions and have a huge impact on the outcome of this game. For UCLA, they have got to play disciplined for 60 minutes. They've got to get lined up versus the frenetic pace of this Oregon offense. It's going to take a three-phase effort, man. Offense, defense, and the kicking game. The mantra's got to be, do your job all night long for 60 minutes for the Bruins to have a chance to pull off a monumental upset. Gus?
All right, Coach, thank you very much. Chilly night here in Eugene, 42 degrees at kickoff time. A little windy makes it feel like it's 37. Oregon, UCLA, back deep. Josh Smith for the Bruins, and Rob Beard will send it away for the Ducks. UCLA leads the series 39-25, but Oregon has won the last 3 and 9 of the last 11. And coming up to field it off the bounce is Smith, and he's got a running room as he hits the sideline and gets out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So the UCLA Bruins offense comes onto the field. They rank 56th in all of college football, averaging close to 400 yards per game.
And they believe they can move the ball inside the tackles against Oregon. Kai Maiava, the center, Alberto Sid at right guard, and Mike Harris at right tackle, the strong side of UCLA's line. When they want to throw it, Nelson Rosario's a nice target at 6'5".
First down and 10 of the 35, solid field position for UCLA. Jonathan Franklin running it straight ahead, and he picks up 5 yards on the play. So their quarterback, Kevin Prince, the coaches talked to us yesterday. The most important thing for UCLA is to get him off to a quick start.
Running the pistol offense, he has the opportunity to run it and throw it. They will dial up plays that they think are going to be easy throws and get him going in the run game. If they get him active and involved early with success, they believe they've got a shot tonight.
On 2nd and 5, they fumble the football, and Oregon has it. DeWitt Stuckey, the middle linebacker, on a bad exchange, and UCLA turns it over early.
Exactly what they did not want to see. Watch the exchange, as you noted, Gus. Is he going to keep it, or is he going to hand off to the running back? They weren't sure. And when he tried to pull it away from Jonathan Franklin, Franklin thinks he's supposed to keep it. And the ball ends up on the ground. Oregon with the early turnover and in great position.
So the Oregon Ducks with the football at the UCLA 39. Thomas dropping off a screen, and it is incomplete. Kenyon Varner, the intended receiver. So one of the most prolific offenses in all of college football. Oregon averaging 511 yards per game, 6th in the nation.
As Coach Brewster noted, they want to run the football first. Mark Asper is their most experienced offensive lineman, and at tight end, David Paulson is reliable and sometimes spectacular.
Darren Thomas rolling outside, throws it on the run. Josh Huff with the catch, and it's a gain of 4 yards on the play.
We know Oregon is the big favorite here. Darren Thomas, their quarterback, gets some criticism at times, but not within the confines of their athletic facility and their football office. He is their leader, it's his team, and they will go as he goes.
Well, Michael James in the backfield with Thomas, and they give it to James with a lot of running room. He spins, upended, picks up the first down. Tevin McDonald, the freshman from Fresno, with the tackle.
And watch the run inside. Remember, LaMichael James is supposed to be a water bug, but the vision of LaMichael James is something. When they open up the back door and he sees the backside cutback, he will take it and turn it into big yardage as this game goes on.
You see Oregon do this quite often, going for it on 4th down. LaMichael James, touchdown Ducks. Just like that, on 4th and 1, he goes 30 yards, and Oregon is on the board.
Why do they go for it? Confidence and playmakers. And look at how well this is blocked. Look at that gaping hole. No one home on the backside. Excellent job by the up front people.
So the Ducks taking a 6-0 lead early in this first quarter. And now they will line up and kick it.
And remember, they went for 2 after their first touchdown against Stanford. Never be surprised by what Oregon does out of the extra point formation.
Alejandro Maldonado in to attempt the extra point, and it's good. UCLA wanted to get off to a fast start. They wanted to get off to a positive start. They fumble on their opening drive. Oregon makes them pay. 7-0 Ducks, 13-13 to go in the first quarter.
Okay, look, when gas prices jump, you still gotta work. So suddenly you're cutting back on everything from family vacations to cell phone minutes. Well, here's a thought. How about cutting back on gas? Here's how. The Ford F-150. It gets 23 highway miles per gallon. That's the best. So you can get the job done and get a break at the pump. Yeah, can you hear me now? This is the future. This is the Ford F-150.
It's time to get more.
Holy, these are my teeth.
Of what you love The Hangover for. The Hangover Part 2.
What is wrong with you three?
So much, Trace, I don't even know where to begin.
The Blu-ray combo pack includes the Blu-ray for perfect picture and perfect sound.
What is this, a PF Chang's?
A DVD.
You love to party.
And it comes with a bonus ultraviolet digital copy that lets you download to your computer and instantly stream through Flickster.
What is going on?
Own the #1 comedy of the year on Blu-ray combo pack.
We could never all agree on what kind of pizza to get.
Someone would always have to settle. But now that all of our favorite pizzas from Pizza Hut are just $10 each, everyone can get exactly what they want. Any pizza, any size, any crust, any topping.
Pepperoni lovers.
Veggie lovers.
$10.
For the first time in my life, I don't have to settle.
Just talking about pizza though, right?
Yep.
Right now, any pizza is just $10 when you carry out. Any pizza, any size, any crust, any toppings, only $10 when you carry out. And only at your Pizza Hut.
Yoo-hoo! Hi. I noticed you use the largest cashback card. Why is that?
They give me 5% cash back at department stores this quarter.
But only on up to $300 worth of merchandise. So the most you can earn is $15. Chase Freedom also gives you 5% cash back at department stores this quarter, but on up to $1,500 worth of purchases. That is $75. That's 5 times more. Woo!
Get your cash back. Activate today at chase.com/freedom.
Wisconsin, Michigan State, the rematch of the season's most thrilling game. The inaugural Big Ten Championship tomorrow night on Fox.
Now Michael James, the nation's leading rusher, averaging 143 yards per game, goes 30 yards. Oregon capitalizes on the turnover, 4 plays, covering 39 yards. The Ducks score in 1:04. And now sending it away is Beard, back deep, Josh Smith. And Smith over the 20. And he'll get up to the 25-yard line before being brought down. So Kevin Prince, the starting QB for this UCLA team. His coach told us yesterday, Coach Neuheising, that sometimes he gets spooked. And it looked like that happened on their first drive.
And now he has to be able to get that out of his mind, move beyond it, next play. Because remember, he's got a long leash. His backup, Richard Breho, is coming back from a broken leg. They'd rather not have to use him in this game.
First down at 10 to the 25. Prince throws far side and incomplete. Anthony Barr, the intended receiver, that one a little high, and that brings up 2nd and long.
And even though it was a fairly easy throw and was incomplete, it's the right thing for UCLA. The hard part is it was covered quite well by Oregon. Even if he catches it, it's for minimal gain.
Prince wants to run the football as well. Last week against USC, he was 21 of 33 for 261. He ran it 17 times. And now trying to get outside, and he's dragged down from behind. Taylor Hart making the tackle, and that's a loss of 4.
right now, see Rick Neuheisel trying to figure out what to dial up for Kevin Prince. We know that he was let go from this position. This is his last game as the UCLA coach. Trying to figure a way to get a last win before he exits out.
6-6 record, 5-4 in the Pac-12, won the South Division. Lost to rival USC 50-0 at the Coliseum last week. SC under sanctions, unable to play in the championship game or postseason in general. 3rd and 14. Prince steps into his throw, and that went high and incomplete. Intended for Taylor Embry. And UCLA forced to punt it away.
And how about Oregon forcing him into 3rd and long right away, which allows defense coordinator Nick Aliotti to go to what he calls the radar defense. Did you notice? No one with his hand in the ground in the interior line, confusing blocking assignments.
Jeff Locke, left-footed punter, sends it away. LaMichael James back deep from the 25. Here's LaMichael looking for a crease. And it'll get up to the 30-yard line, a 53-yard punt, and a 5-yard return. Oregon off to a quick start, up 7-0 with the football. Back to Eugene right after this. Back to Eugene. Oregon with the 7-0 lead. Let's take a look at the 4 keys to the game.
And UCLA has to throw the big punches early. Any deceptives they want to run, get them in now. If at first the game or breaks go against them, they can't sag, have to keep playing. For Oregon, it's all about the O. They don't worry about UCLA, they worry about themselves, and that's our quarterback, meaning Darren Thomas, their leader. We may see him use his legs a little bit more tonight than he has in recent weeks.
Darren Thomas last week against Oregon State, 27 of 40, a season-high 305 yards. Fires near side. Here's the Black Mamba, DeAnthony Thomas, trying to get free. McDonald there to bring him down, and that will be a loss of 4 yards on the play. So a crucial second series for this UCLA defense.
Already down 7 with the way Oregon moves the football. This UCLA defense has to find a way to get a stop and get this game settled down. If Oregon drives it on them, it creates a huge hole for the game.
2nd down and 14 underneath. Here's DeAnthony Thomas. He loses the football. Can the Bruins jump on it? Let's see, and they do. UCLA catches a break. DeAnthony Thomas, who had fumble problems the first game of the season against LSU, dropping it twice, and the Bruins pick it up.
Exactly what they needed at a time when Oregon had all the momentum their way. Watch the play. DeAnthony Thomas was turned into a nice receiver for Oregon. Catches it, puts it away on the run. And Tevin McDonald, number 7, as he makes the tackle, punches the ball free and creates the turnover for UCLA. Look at the play by Tevin McDonald. See him punch and reach. Nicely done.
So Thomas on the sideline being consoled by his teammates. UCLA with a perfect opportunity now. Great position on the field if you're UCLA to try and take your big shot now. You want to run something big, here's an opportunity. On 1st down, Prince with time goes down the field and incomplete. Josh Smith, the intended receiver. It was almost like you were in the huddle, Charles. Well, it's just they were going to go for the long ball. It's where they are on the field. For them to have opportunities to take their shots, to run their deceptive or trick plays, you need good field position. And what better time than coming off of a turnover? What you're hoping is to catch the Oregon defense in a sudden change where they're not quite as focused. Rick Neuheisel and his offensive staff took the shot on 1st down. Let's see what they dial up the rest of this drive. 2nd down and 10. Jonathan Franklin, the pistol back. Prince throws to the sideline. Ball caught. Fourier, the tight end, very talented player, but he's dropped. And he'll pick up maybe 2 yards on the play. The Win Stuckey in on the tackle. And Gus, we're seeing how UCLA is advancing their pistol offense. This is triple option. Fake it there, running back, the quarterback becomes a runner. Normally that's a trail back when you pitch it, but now they're using receivers, swinging it out wide to throw the ball out there. They went triple option, well defensed by Oregon. 3rd down and 8 at the 41. Empty backfield for Kevin Prince. And Prince underneath, caught. Fourier, 1st down Bruins. As Michael Clay trips him up. But UCLA will move the chains on this play.
You see Poirier, 6'8" receiver, just establishes himself and then makes a nice cut inside to avoid the guys closing from inside out. You look at Poirier and you think red zone, 6'8" tight end. They've got to continue to get the ball out to him in the open field. He's a prime receiver and a prime target for the Bruins.
Now Derek Coleman comes in. He's the 240-pound back. Prince trying to get outside, and he's tripped up and taken down, stucking the middle linebacker once again.
I think what's happening now is Nick Aliotti, the defense coordinator for Oregon, wants to have UCLA move a little bit quicker, meaning he's going to force a little bit of pressure at Kevin Prince, the quarterback. Wants him to make quicker decisions and get the ball out of his hands faster to see if that can create a little bit of extra pressure and turbulence in the UCLA offense.
A loss of 2 on the play, 2nd down and 12. At the 34, Prince wants to run it. Gets past the line of scrimmage. With room, turns the corner, gets out of bounds. And he's about 1.5 yards shy of the 1st down. And when you look at what this UCLA team did last week on their opening drive against SC, they had opportunities.
They did. They actually had opportunities to score 3 times in the first half and didn't cash in on any of them. And on that play, Kevin Prince wanted to throw the football against man coverage. Didn't have anyone open. Tucked the ball and did what he does best. Use his legs to pick up nice yardage and create a 3rd and short.
He picked up 10, 3rd down and 2. At the 24, Bruins trying to capitalize on the turnover. And Prince dives forward. He'll be short of the 1st down. So let's see what Coach Neuheisel elects to do on 4th down and inches.
Strong underdog. This is the time to go for it. You're not going to play safe in this ball game if you're UCLA.
And with 8:44 to go in the 1st quarter, timeout called. Bruins facing 4th down and short. 4th down and less than 1 yard for UCLA. A chance for the Bruins to gain some kind of momentum, a momentum that they haven't seen since the week before last week against USC.
And Oregon will come after them in a blitz.
And will they get it? It will depend on the spot. Michael Clay, first man to it.
All-out run blitz by Oregon on that one. I was surprised UCLA ran it inside. I thought they might try and run a little speed option or try and get to the corner with everything stacked inside.
Wow, Charles, look at the nose of the football.
Remember, our line is unofficial, but it's pretty darn close usually. You knew Nick Aliotti was going to come after him when they lined up in the pistol, in the gun. Not under center where it might be a quarterback sneak.
And they will not get it. Wow. They say football is a game of inches, Charles. A perfect example right there.
Inches? Can we go to centimeters? Can we go to decimeters? That was awfully close. Paper-thin margin, and Oregon gets the football back after holding on 4th down. But I like the idea of going for it if you're UCLA. There's no reason not to in a game of this magnitude, being a big underdog.
Ducks back on the field. Thomas thrown to the near side. That one thrown high. He was under pressure. And it sails out of bounds. Intended for Josh Huff. Coach Brewster, your reaction to what's taken place so far, 8:34 to go here in the 1st.
Gus, it couldn't have started any worse for the Bruins. And I'll tell you what, Chip Kelly is all over the umpires about getting to play faster. He wants the ball released to play faster. It's all about speed for Chip Kelly.
2nd down and 10 of the 22. Michael James stumbling before he gets going. Patrick Larimore, the middle linebacker, with the tackle. And when we talk to UCLA, defensively, they want to make sure they get Oregon in 3rd down and long. That doesn't happen too often for the Ducks.
Not very often because they're so good with the running game, but here's an opportunity now. 3rd and long, Joe Tracy's defense has a chance to rush the quarterback.
Ducks need 9 yards. Underneath, picked off! Walker's in front of him. Larimore still running. Down the sideline. Touchdown, UCLA, 34 yards. Whoa! 7:55 to play in the first.
You talked about getting them in the third and long. This is what happens. Now the defense gets to dictate. That ball's on the backside of the route run by Kenyon Varner. And when it pops in the air, Larimore's there. Asper can't get him down. He keeps his balance and tightropes his way into the end zone for the UCLA Bruins' initial score of the night.
Now the question is, did he step out of bounds? Running. And it looks like the officials will let them play. Extra point up and good. Tyler Gonzalez with the extra point. Look at the momentum. Look at the enthusiasm on the UCLA sideline. Bruins even it up in the Pac-12 championship. 7-7.
Tonight's game is sponsored by State Farm. For auto, home, life, and banking, get to a better state. And by Dr. Pepper. With 23 flavors, Dr. Pepper is always one of a kind.
Welcome back. Patrick Larimore, the junior from Santa Clarita, comes up with his first career interception. He also had the fumble recovery on the DeAnthony Thomas fumble. And now our score is tied at 7 apiece. 7:55 to play in the first quarter as Oregon prepares to receive it. Josh Huff, back deep, starts from the 15. Gets to the 30 and tipped up from behind. He almost broke that one as Glenn Love stops him, a 27-yard return.
Look at the throw. A little bit on the backside, but it's a ball that Kenyon Varner's got to be able to take in. He doesn't do it. He leaves it up in the air for Patrick Larimore. And watch UCLA rally and form a little picket fence down the sideline. And once Larimore breaks this tackle by Mark Asper, and watch how he stays in bounds as he tightropes. No question about it. He stays in and gets in the end zone for UCLA.
And an injured Bruin on the field at the 34.
Number 17, David Allen, who's the injury Bruin at the 33-yard line.
And that is number 17 for UCLA, David Allen, laying on special teams, linebacker, as his teammates help him off. And you mentioned, Charles, UCLA left 21 points on the board last week against USC. They had opportunities 3 different times, twice in the red zone, and a wide open Shaq Evans that couldn't do it. That may have turned the momentum around in that game if they could have managed to score as the Michael James hits the corner and gets down the sideline.
When you're playing teams that score points big, as a USC does, as Oregon does tonight, every opportunity must be taken advantage of. And right now, the UCLA defense has given all the advantages to their team tonight to keep it at 7-7. They're going to get tested again now.
Thomas on the run. That was deflected out of bounds after the 16-yard gain by LaMichael James. Josh Huff, the intended receiver.
And remember, coming into this game, because UCLA gave up 50 points last week, we're talking about a fragile team mentally. They needed things to go well early. The fumble doesn't help. Oregon scores, but since that time, they bounced back.
On second down and 8. And Michael James running right into the heart of the UCLA defense. A lot of bodies clashing as Teppa makes the tackle. And it's a loss of 1 on the play.
And UCLA, they're going to lose their head coach. But remember, he was a walk-on quarterback at UCLA. He understands what it takes to grit things out and fight when the odds are against you.
Also won the Rose Bowl while starting at quarterback. Thomas caught. Josh Huff running down the seam, and it's a gain of 31 yards.
Darren Thomas has put the interception out of his mind and comes back with a really nice throw down the seam and sticks it on his receiver for a big gain.
So a first down and goal at the 10-yard line. Well, Michael James and Barnum in the backfield. Here's the option. Thomas will keep it himself and get in.
One of the keys to the game when Darren Thomas uses his legs a little bit more and Oregon breaks out the option. And look at the lane he has now. All it is a sprint to the finish. Got a nice block out on the corner from Josh Huff, his wide receiver. Wide open, easy sprint for Darren Thomas.
So Oregon scores in 1 minute and 26 seconds. Big gains of 16 yards and 31 yards on the drive. Passed off by Thomas with the keeper. 14-7. Ducks, first quarter. Well, Charles, 14-7. Oregon didn't take the Ducks long to get that ball in the end zone.
And that's why it's demoralizing for teams to play against them. You work hard, you make plays, you get an interception, you go in the end zone, you're fighting, you're scrapping. And right back at you come the Oregon Ducks and stick it in the end zone.
So back deep, Josh Smith has been doing a nice job last couple of weeks returning kicks, establishing good field position for the Bruins as Beard will tee the football up. And Smith from the 6. Gets to the 20 before being spun down at the 22-yard line. A 17-yard return. Now let's join another member of our team on the sideline, John Lynch.
Gus, after being somewhat emotionless early, this UCLA team has been lifted by the turnovers. However, they better adjust. Chip Kelly has made a subtle adjustment. Charles, he's running to the edge. UCLA's taking away that dive. They better respond and get someone on that edge because that's where Chip Kelly and this Oregon offense is going right now.
John, that's where the option came in with Darren Thomas getting to the edge.
Devin Prince from his own 23. Straight ahead running, and it's Franklin will pick up the first down and some as Eddie Pleasant, the safety, wraps him up, but a gain of 13 yards, and they feel that Oregon right up the middle defensively, the Ducks have a problem.
They feel like they've got a chance to make yardage there. And UCLA flip-flops their offensive line. They go with a strong side and a quick side. The strong side is their better blocking side. Maeva at center. Sid at strong side guard, and Harris at strong side tackle. That's where they will go for their yardage inside.
First down and 10 at the 36. Ball in motion. Prince flips it to him, and nothing doing. Maybe a yard on the play. Oregon well prepared, tracking that one down.
That's what they call their flash series, something that they've added recently. It's a different way of running the triple option, where now they're using almost a forward pass or a lateral pass as the third option instead of a trailing guy who you pitch it to with the quarterback coming down the line.
Ducks have some very active linebackers. Lacombo making that tackle. Players that can move from sideline to sideline. Second down and 8 at the 38. Prince drops back with time. Sideline incomplete. That one in and out of the hands of Anthony Barr.
And that's a play they have to hit because they had an opportunity. It was well blocked by the offensive line, and the quarterback had time to throw the football. Now watch Anthony Barr, number 2. He has time to clear and go to the sideline. He's open. Come down with the ball, young man. Help your football team out.
Third down and 8 at the 38. UCLA getting to the line of scrimmage. Franklin in the backfield. Prince under pressure. Steps up. Throws on the run. Incomplete. Another drop pass. This time it's Shaq Evans.
Third and long, you're going to get pressure from Oregon defense and man coverage downfield. So watch it. Look at everyone come after Prince now. And everyone in the secondary locked up man-to-man. Nice job by number 14, Ifo Ekpre Olumu on the coverage.
Lock running from the 22. High spiraling kick. Michael James camping under it. Oh! And Michael James crunched as soon as he catches the football. Beautiful job as you take a look at the pursuit. Carroll making the special teams tackle.
And that's Randall Carroll, who was a wide receiver until just a few weeks ago when they moved him over to the secondary after a number of injuries. And he makes his presence felt this evening covering the punt.
So Oregon will start from their 14-yard line. First down, Thomas. Ball caught. 2-A. And 2-A will be dropped for a loss. As this UCLA defense trying to swarm. Glenn Love making the tackle.
And UCLA just won first down in a big way. Had to take advantage now.
Another tackle for a loss. Dayton Jones getting into the backfield.
And look at how they swallowed up. They control the line of scrimmage, and even on the cutback, Dayton Jones is there. Now they've won first and second down. They've earned the right to rush the passer on 3rd and long.
3rd down and 13 at the 11. Can UCLA get them off the field? They may do a 2-A with the reception, but that's only a 7-yard gain. Patrick Larimore, who's been all over the field, stops him, and Oregon forced to send it away.
Now we see the value of winning first and second down. You hear both sides of the ball talk about it. Will you stay on schedule ahead of the chains on offense, or do you get them behind the chains on defense? UCLA in a big way on that series won it.
Jackson Rice stands at the 4. Taylor Embry back deep. And this one off the side of his foot. Takes an Oregon bounce and rolls all the way down to the 31. A 50-yard punt. And a flag on the play at the 44.
And it all happened behind the play. Guys got hung up in the blocking scheme and things got a little bit chippy behind the punt.
Lan Clark, your referee.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness on the kicking team, number 15. That 15-yard penalty will be added to the recovery spot. First down, UCLA.
Take a look at the bottom of your screen.
See, the ball's there, and then right there he takes the shot. And they said 15, I believe, but that's 11. That's Eddie Pleasant, who's a starting rover back for Oregon. Has a nasty disposition as a safety, but that's a penalty that he gave up to his team that was totally unnecessary.
So with 3:15 to go in the first quarter, 7-point game. UCLA will take advantage of the personal foul and have the football at their own 46. Prince fires. That one partially deflected as he lets it go. Nelson Rosario, the intended receiver.
And that was one of those big shot plays that UCLA wanted to do. They want to roll Prince this way and throw it back the opposite direction, get momentum going. But he was forced by Pleasant back into the pocket, and then Lacombo comes in and deflects the football, hitting his arm as he tries to get rid of it.
Second down. Franklin, the pistol back, they give it to him. And Franklin fumbles the ball. Oregon has it. Tony Washington knocked it out of his hands. The second turnover of the first quarter for UCLA. Oregon has 2 as well.
UCLA's forced to, took advantage with the interception return for a touchdown, but if they keep giving the football back to Oregon, especially in this position, what a nice play. Number 91, Tony Washington, stripping the football and creating another opportunity for the Oregon Ducks in excellent field position.
Michael Clay with the fumble recovery. Ducks have it at their own 48 now. Aaron Thomas. And this one given to Varner. Kenyon Varner. What a number 2 back. I mean, if you have Michael James and then Kenyon Barner comes off the bench for you. That is a dynamic 1-2 punch.
There were games where Michael James doesn't play. Kenyon Barner plays 171 yards in one game running the football.
Second down and 4 at the 46. High snap handle. Option pitch. James. Out of bounds. Inside the 30. Zumwalt there to usher him out of bounds, but it's a 16-yard pickup.
John Lynch talked about them getting to the edges. Here's what they're doing. Now it's a read. Okay, who is he going to keep it? Is he going to pitch it? He reads number 35, Zumwalt. He comes to the quarterback, pitch it out to the back. That's one way the quarterback blocks without ever hitting anyone. He takes him out of the play by reading his motion.
First down to the 29. Another high snap handle and the inside handoff. Look at the Michael James turn his legs. Put a flag on the play at the 25. Dalton Hilliard there to stop him. And they always talk about LaMichael and his quick feet.
Those feet never
Illegal
stop
block in
turning.
the back. On the offense, number 16. The 10-yard penalty will be enforcement of the foul. First down.
You look to the left side of your screen. That's Darrell Hawkins, the wide receiver, right there as he takes out Zumwalt from the backside. The Oregon receivers do a terrific job blocking downfield. That's what helps make this offense go. But on that play, Darrell Hawkins doesn't get the proper side of number 35, Jordan Zumwalt.
James on the sideline now. Barner back in the game. Thomas, he finds Hawkins, and he is dropped. Or incomplete, rather. Zumwalt there. And that brings up a second down and long.
And it was well defense. Watch the number of white shirts from UCLA converge on the football. You've got 3 there as he tries to catch the ball.
Now James will make that Barner getting outside. And there was some action happening all the way on the other end of the field. A ball that squirted out on the field on the UCLA sideline, and a player chased the ball down.
And you know Oregon wants to play fast. They don't want any delays, and the crowd knows that. They don't want anybody to stop their offense.
Third down and 8. Barner again. And Barner gets close to that first down marker as Andrew Abbott stops it.
And it's fourth down. You pointed out on the first drive, they like to go for it in these situations. They'll go for it again right now.
Fourth down and 1. Thomas with the handoff. Barner goes down and more. And out of bounds. It's an 11-yard gain. Sheldon Price pushes him out of bounds, but the chains keep moving for the Ducks.
To the edges, to the edges, to the edges. And look at how the big guys get out front. That's Asper, 79, 55, Haranis Grasu, the center, all running and leading their back to the corner.
So first down and goal at the 7. Barner remains in the game. Thomas rolls out over the middle, caught, touchdown, Oregon. Laerla with pressure. Wide open in the back of the end zone.
And when we met with Darren Thomas, we asked him what was one of his favorite routes. He says the backside drag. They haven't stopped it all year long, and that's the play that they just ran for the touchdown.
Maldonado in to attempt the extra point. With 59 seconds to go, it's up and good. 21-7 Oregon. 59 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Colt Laerla, all right? Take a look. All right, as they set up to get ready to go, he just takes it upfield and drags on the backside. No one stops him. No one chips him at the line of scrimmage to bump him. He gets right in there. Colt Laerla, number 32, a freshman, a true freshman. We were back here earlier this season against Nevada. They said, we thought about redshirting him, but he's got a man's body. He's ready to play ball.
Hillsboro, Oregon, 21-7, our score. UCLA, once again, Charles, with opportunities. unable to capitalize on these opportunities. 2 turnovers. Right now, the Bruins may be in a little hot water, 21-7, late in the first quarter.
And you know what else is difficult? This is basketball. This is like a fast-breaking, full-court pressing team, Oregon, against a half-court, slug-it-out style team, UCLA on offense. Hard to stay with the Ducks when they're flying as they are right now.
Jordan James back deep, number 6, along with Derek Coleman. And this will be James from inside the 10-yard line. And James crosses the 25 and gets to the 27. A 20-yard return. This college football season, Fox Sports is proud to support Dream Foundation, who are making dreams come true for adults facing a life-threatening illness. There is no greater time to help those in need when time is limited. Text DREAM to 41518 to donate $10 and turn dreams into lasting memories.
Gus, you talked about UCLA thinks they can run the ball inside. Their big thumper, the guy they want to run inside, is in the game now. Derek Coleman, number 33.
UCLA with 42 yards in total offense. Prince tries to keep it. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, and Michael Clay bringing him down.
As they tackle, notice how Oregon not only swarms and secures the tackle, they're reaching and trying to get the football out at all times. Always pawing at it, always pounding, slapping the hands and arms, trying to work it free, trying to create turnovers.
Second and 9. Prince lobbing it up top. Almost intercepted. John Boyette. And a penalty called. Maybe offside against Oregon.
Offside on the defense, number 65. A 5-yard penalty, second down.
An offside penalty called on Isaac Remington.
To the left, to the top of your screen there in the interior line, he got off just a little bit too quickly. So now instead of a 3rd and long, they have a 2nd and manageable now for UCLA.
2nd down and 4. Ball at the 31. Derek Coleman in the backfield. And here's the handoff. Coleman picks up the 1st and more. As he advances the football up to the 40, gains 9 on 2nd and 4. Boyette with the tackle. That takes us to the end of the first quarter with the score. Oregon 21, UCLA 7. Tell you what, here in Oregon, they know about faster and faster and faster. They've scored 3 touchdowns in a minute 4, 1:26 and 2:01. But right now, UCLA with the football, 1st down and 10. Prince flicks it out. Ricky Marbre tries to turn it upfield, and he'll gain 3 yards on the play. The sophomore from Victorville, California.
That was a 3-yard gain.
Oregon against Oregon State last week ran a school record tying 102 plays and gained a season high 670 yards. They have 177 total yards so far. UCLA wants to slow them down. 2nd and 7. Prince steps up. And he gains 4 on the play as Kiko Alonso, another one of those active linebackers, makes the tackle.
And the first 2 plays for UCLA accomplish exactly what they want. Put them in 3rd and short, giving them the opportunity to expand the playbook a little bit and have an opportunity to pick up a first down.
Bruins 1 of 4 on third down conversions. Third down and 2 at the 48. Prince hands it off, dives forward, and it's picked up by Derek Coleman. On third down and short, you'll get the 2 yards, 240-pound running back out of Fullerton, California.
And he's in the game for precisely the reason we just saw. He's a more physical runner inside. And once Franklin put it on the turf, the UCLA coaches summoned the big fella and said, let's run inside where they think they have an opportunity to make yardage.
Coleman came into this game with 643 overall yards rushing this year, and 11 touchdowns. And a flag on the play. This was thrown to the far side, caught by Anthony Barr, but let's see. Alonzo there with the stick.
No gain on that play.
Offside. On the defense, number 45. 5-yard penalty. First down.
And the defense offside once again. As Terrell Turner, the senior from LA, tried to get an early start.
I think Kevin Prince must be doing a nice job with his cadence on the snap count. Maybe going a little harder on some syllables, trying to maneuver Oregon and put them back on their heels so they can't get a free run towards the line of scrimmage.
So a 1st and 5. And it goes straight ahead. No, Prince, nice ball fake, gets outside and picks up the first down.
And this drive is accomplishing a couple of things for UCLA. Number one, it's settling the team down a little bit. They're back in it. Okay, they feel better about themselves. Number two, they're keeping their defense off the field. Give them a chance to rest against this high-powered Oregon offense. The tough part now is it has to be paid off. They cannot come up with an empty drive. Points at a premium for UCLA anyway. On this drive, they need 6 to make the whole thing work.
A 7-yard pickup. First down and 10 to the 37. Hey, they pitch it back. Prince underneath. Ball is caught. Rosario, he'll walk in the end zone. Touchdown. 37 yards, Bruins. And Coach Neuheisel told us they were going to pull out all stops, guns up for this game.
We said it right at the top of the show, Gus, when we came on air, that they were going to do everything tonight and give it an opportunity and good field position. They tried one earlier. It didn't work. This time, they come back to it. They took a shot downfield. Didn't work. This time, on the flea flicker, they get a touchdown.
Gonzalez in to attempt the extra point. Up and good. Final game for Coach Neuheisel, pulling out all the stops. UCLA down by 7.
Being an underdog definitely motivates us.
It's understandable to know that, we're underdogs.
We've been the underdogs since the first game of the season.
It would be great to be able to shock the world.
Every week of the game, we just come out and just play it to the best of our ability.
Show people that we are truly contenders.
Play our game, we'll get the job done.
Welcome back, 21-14. With 12:22 to play in the second quarter. UCLA continuing to fight.
I talked with Terry Donahue, the former head coach of UCLA, this afternoon about this team and about his former quarterback, Rick Neuheisel. And he told me that he thought that they would play well tonight, that they would adopt his personality and be the gutty little Bruins. And they're doing exactly that.
Josh Huff from the 2-yard line. Hesitation. And he stumbles forward. Crosses the 25, gets to the 27, a 26-yard return. So let's take a look at some early statistics here in the first half.
Normally when you see the turnover situation, Oregon's going to capitalize on that, and they have. But remember, on one of those turnovers that UCLA has acquired, it turned into 6 points for them on the interception return by Larimore. That's one of the ways they're staying in the football game. The defense is battling, and the offense fashioned a very nice drive, culminating in the flea flicker touchdown.
Darren Thomas, 8 of 12, 62 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Here's a handoff. Marner and UCLA. Great pursuit by the Bruin defense. McDonald and Jones, first men to him. No gain on the play.
And you go back to what John Lynch was talking about, them wanting to get to the edges. Because you notice when they're running it inside, the UCLA defensive front is doing a really nice job this evening, not letting there be too many creases when they try and run between the tackles.
Second down and 10 of the 27. Thomas firing it out wide. Hawkins, maybe a yard and a half, 2 yards. McKay pushing him out of bounds. But this UCLA defense getting a little stingy. And as planned, Oregon now faced with another third down and long. They need 7. They're 1 of 5 on third down conversion. Trips at the top of your screen. Thomas over the middle, caught, first down, Paulson and more. As he gets to midfield, the senior stopped by Eric Kendricks, and it's a gain of 20 yards.
David Paulson is an all Pac-10 tight end. He was second team this year, first team the year before. A hurdle, and then look at how he carries people for additional yardage, trying to stop UCLA's momentum. David Paulson with a big gain.
First down at midfield for Darren Thomas and the Ducks. Here's a handoff, Garner. And on first down, he stuffed, only a 1-yard pickup as Cassius Marsh, a sophomore from Simi Valley, a player they're very high on, back in the lineup, makes the tackle.
Was a starter for most of the season before the Arizona game. Was suspended 2 games after that one for his role in the fight near halftime, and is just now getting back to form.
Second down and 9. Thomas over the middle, caught as Vaughn pushes the pile forward and picks up a first down. Kendricks there again. Hassan Vaughn, junior college transfer.
The first down. Kendricks on the stop, number 30.
From the UCLA 40. First down, Oregon. Barner Moses out of the backfield. Thomas by time, firing over the middle, incomplete. He had Paulson open, but just couldn't put it on him. And these great shots over the field are being presented by our Verizon Action Cam.
And that's one Darren Thomas is going to wish he had back, because that's one, as you said, if he puts it on him, that's a big play downfield.
Well, Michael James back in the game. He's rushed for 71 yards. James chopping the screen, goes down at the 30. Stan McKay with the tackle, but it's a 9-yard pickup.
How about the offensive line for Oregon? What they want to do is widen UCLA and then allow the running back to make a cut. See that? They widen them. James sees the vision, puts his foot in the ground, and gets into the gap for a big gain.
Third down and 1. James again, at first down, finds a crease, bounces it outside, lowers his shoulder. Well, Michael James, a junior from Texarkana, Texas, will pick up 24 yards on the play. Sheldon Price with the saving tackle.
And people in the offseason question, will Michael James adding 15 pounds to his frame? Wondered if it would make him sluggish. It's made him stronger. Look at him run through tackles and finish the run.
First down and goal at the 7. James 10 carries, 105 yards and a touchdown already. Option, Thomas takes it, and Thomas tackled from behind. Nicely done by Tevin McDonald. Didn't want to play at USC, where his father and brother play right now. Said he'd make his own way here at UCLA.
Had 3 interceptions in their game against Cal in their 31-14 victory. Was the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Week, and has had to be thrust into major duty early in his career at UCLA due to some injuries in the secondary. He's responding.
Second down and goal number 3. James will walk it in. give the ball back to the official. Second touchdown of the first half for Michael James.
How about controlling the edge? Watch here. Le'Arla getting out there. See how he gets to the corner and controls Kevin McDonald. Also got a hand slipped in there. Had him a little bit, but didn't get called for it. But he set the edge, and they walked in.
Extra point good. High-scoring affair, 8:27 to play in the first half. Oregon up 28-14. Michael James with his second touchdown of the first half, and Oregon takes a 28-14 lead.
How about him now starting to put it together, following his blocks, and making a little history tonight as he moves along, setting records that we'll be talking about after the kickoff.
That's right, passing some great ones. Rob Beard will kick it away. Josh Smith, Derek Coleman back deep for the Bruins. Smith from the 11, and Smith to the 32-yard line. Flag on the play all the way back at the 17.
That's rarely good for the return team.
During the return, holding receiving team number 20. A 10-yard penalty, first down.
So Michael James has now gone past our great one, Marcus Allen, for most career rushing yards in Pac-12 history.
I think what Marcus would appreciate out of Michael James watching him run is the patience in which he exhibits, making sure his blocks are set up before he takes off and finds the creases and gaps that his offensive line, tight ends, and wide receivers create.
James also tied Lindell White the number 2 all-time conference touchdown behind Ken Simonton of Oregon State. First down. And a handoff goes to Coleman. And Coleman picks up a first down, gets to the 25, but a flag all the way back at the 13.
Holding on the offense, number 87. That penalty is being enforced, half the distance to the goal. First down.
That's Corey Harkey, the senior tight end.
And he plays often, starts a lot for UCLA because of his prowess as a blocker. We talked with their coaching staff. They talk about that's the number 1 aspect to his game. He's a beast at the point of attack blocking. 1 catch all year long. So that tells you his value when he stays in the lineup.
First down at 15 at the 5. Coleman again. And Coleman chopped down after a 6-yard pickup. Boyette sticking his nose in there along with DeWitt Stuckey.
John Boyette, the safety, will stick his nose in every time. You talk about the ultimate football Jones. Every day he's got to do something related to football. Whether it's watching film or watching Troy Polamalu and Ed Reed play in the NFL to learn some techniques, or just hanging around the coaching staff. He is a football gym rat.
On 2nd and 9. And turns around, gives it to Coleman. And Coleman picks up 3. Isaac Remington defensively. And so far, Coach Drew, what are you seeing on the sideline?
Well, UCLA right now is doing a good job running the football, and they're much bigger up front than the defense of Oregon. Oregon's defense is built to play against spread offenses. The power running game hurts this Oregon defense.
UCLA with 61 yards rushing in the first half. 3rd down and 6. Here come the Ducks over the middle. Flag on the play. Fourier with the catch and a first down as Taylor Hart stops him. So on 3rd and 6, Bruins get 10.
And I think they got Oregon jumping again into the neutral zone.
Offside on the defense. That penalty is declined. The resulting play is a first down.
And that's the third time tonight that they've managed to do that. That's why I keep going. Watch right here. See that? That's number 96, Deion Jordan, jumping across. But that's why I think Kevin Prince must be doing a really nice job with his cadence, his inflection, making sure he keeps them off balance to try and help blunt the pass rush.
First down and 10 to the 24. Prince decides to run it, cuts up, and he'll pick up positive yardage as Taylor Hart stops him, along with Kiko Alonso. Prince shaking it off, had a concussion, shoulder injury earlier this year, missed a couple of games after suffering that concussion against Houston.
Not sure there's a more mentally tough quarterback in the Pac-12. He lost his job earlier this year, and when he had to come back in and play, he was booed roundly by his home crowd, shook it off, and played well that night against Washington State.
8 carries, 21 yards. Here's the recovery. Oh, they threw it away! Oregon has the football. Darrell Turner picks it up. Third turnover of the night for UCLA, but there is a flag.
That flag came way late after the play was over.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on the recovering team. That 15-yard penalty reinforced the recovery spot. First down, Oregon.
Now watch, the reason this play gets blown up is watch how Oregon swarms the football. Terrell Turner, number 45, gets his hand on the ball before Coleman can pitch it back to Josh Smith on the reverse. See him right there? He grabs the arm and makes it tough to pitch the football. And then he goes and recovers the fumble himself after he creates it.
Ducks have it at the Bruin 32. Thomas looking for the big play. Incomplete. Huff, the intended receiver, Sheldon Price, got a hand on the football.
And Darren Thomas is fortunate because I think that Price mistimed his jump. He got up there a little bit too soon, and he's on the way down as the ball gets to his hands, unable to haul it in.
Second down. And a handoff to Martin. And Cole plugged up some ball. And Patrick Larimore combining on the tackle.
Anytime Oregon has run inside, or I should say most times they've run inside, it's been difficult against UCLA. Most of their success on the edges, option game, or just getting them on sweeps.
Another third and long for the Ducks. They need 8 yards on the UCLA 30. And it's James who will not pick it up. But Oregon generally goes for it on fourth down as they get quickly to the line of scrimmage.
Closed down well by Damian Holmes. They'll go fast here to try and pick it up.
Thomas, Hawkins with space. Touchdown, Oregon. 25 yards. Darrell Hawkins, the sophomore from Omaha, Nebraska.
Now watch the blocking. That's Lavoisier Tuane, number 80. He blocked Andrew Abbott on the corner, and that allows Hawkins free access to the end zone. They had 2 receivers out there. Both of them did their jobs blocking. Hawkins waltzes into the end zone.
Second touchdown for Oregon tonight on fourth down. Extra point good. 4:25 to play in the second quarter. Thomas, pitch and catch. Hawkins, touchdown Ducks. And don't forget to stay tuned at halftime for the Pizza Hut halftime show featuring the Dr. Pepper Tuition Throw. 35-14 as Oregon prepares to send it away again.
throw, huh? That's going to make someone's parents very happy.
Very, very happy. So Beard, shorter kick, and it bounces out of bounds. UCLA will have it at the 40-yard line.
Goes out of bounds, penalty because of it.
And you see Oregon
Kickoff,
go for it.
out of bounds, number 93, the kicking team. That ball will be placed by Rule at the 40-yard line, first down.
4:25 to play in the second, 35-14. Back to Eugene right after this.
Tonight's game is sponsored by Chevrolet and their award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers. And by AT&T. Get it faster with 4G. Rethink possible.
And welcome back, 35-14. UCLA takes over with the football at the 40-yard line. Kevin Prince in at quarterback for the Bruins. He hands it off, and straight ahead goes Derek Coleman. And getting back to Oregon offensively, if they don't fear you, they will go for it every time on fourth down.
And it's just the personality of Chip Kelly, because he doesn't fear anyone. He respects them, but he doesn't fear them. Against Stanford, they were 1 for 9 on third down, but 2 for 3 on fourth down, and made big plays. They don't fear anyone. They'll go for it with the dynamic playmakers, and their field goal kicker's only 6 of 11 in kicking it all year. So they're going to go every time.
3 for 3 on fourth downs tonight, including 2 touchdowns on fourth down. Prince steps up, and he'll be tackled for a loss as Michael Clay, the junior from San Jose, and the leader of this defense, according to his coaches, comes up with the tackle.
And Kevin Prince in the pocket on that play, he's got to just go ahead and be decisive. Watch. Once he makes the decision, no one open, go. And by the time he goes, that hole closes up. It's a tough go for him back there, trying to get receivers who have to win one-on-one battles in coverage against Oregon's defensive backs.
And a timeout called by the Bruins with 3:12 to play in the second quarter. Now, the Buick Human Highlight Reel celebrates former NCAA athletes who are making a difference off the field. See former Cal Golden Bear Nnamdi Asomugha and his story at ncaa.com/Buick.
Remember Nnamdi playing for the Cal Golden Bears, and we've seen him now as an all-pro corner in the NFL. He bounced back and forth between corner and safety at Cal. They weren't quite sure where to play him. With those long arms and frame, the Oakland Raiders sure knew where to play him, and now he's looking thrown up the Eagles.
Third down and 8. Bruins need to go to midfield for first down. Prince in trouble. And a timeout.
Prior to the snap, timeout. Oregon, they're first of the half.
All right, we'll take a timeout as well. 3:08 to play in the first half, 35-14, Oregon.
Oregon ducks up big in the first half as the second quarter winds down, and LaMichael James got the Oregon Ducks off to a flying start. Take a look at the running back position. They hand the ball inside, and look at the blocking to the left side. Offensive line creates the crease. No one back deep in the secondary, and LaMichael James sprints for the initial score of the game.
And during the season, LaMichael had 3 consecutive 200-yard games. The first player in the conference to do that since Marcus Allen in 1981. He has 113 yards rushing on 12 carries and 2 touchdowns so far. Third down and 8 at the 42. Once again, the Bruins need to go to the 50. Kevin Prince, almost taken out of his hands. Prince trying to make something happen. And a flag, a late flag thrown at the Oregon 41.
That's in the secondary of the Oregon Ducks, and UCLA seems to be indicating it's going against them.
And a holding penalty on defense. And that will allow this Bruins squad to pick up a first down and have the football at the Oregon 44. Look,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
They had put UCLA in a tough spot because on that fourth down 35-14, you have to think maybe you're going for it now. You pick up a fresh set of downs.
6 penalties, 65 yards against the Ducks tonight at the 43. Prince drops it off over the middle to Derek Coleman, and the bruiser will pick up 6 yards. Stopped by Kiko Alonso. And it seems as if there's a lot of space for Prince with those kind of passes over the middle and using his tight end, Fourier in particular, up the seams.
I think what's happening is that in the secondary, the corners and sometimes the extra corner in the game, they're locking up the wide receivers well, but given time, it allows Prince to go through his progressions and dump the ball late underneath.
Prince hands it off, and Coleman will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Kiko Alonso again. I'd like to apologize. The referee's microphone is experiencing some audio problems, so they're going to try to fix it on the field.
Here we go. Here we go.
And a timeout called by the Ducks. Don't forget to stay tuned at halftime for the Pizza Hut halftime show featuring the Dr. Pepper tuition throw. Also, Larry Scott, the commissioner of the Pac-12, will join us here in Eugene. Pac-12 Conference inaugural championship game. 35-14. Oregon. UCLA still with some opportunities here in the first half. 3rd and 6 from the 39. Maybe two-town territory for the Bruins. Grant, oh! He got crushed by Deion Jordan. Woo! And that's a tough kid. Kevin Prince to get up from this, folks.
Identified. It wasn't like he came late. He was right on the line of scrimmage, never touched. And you're right, Kevin Prince, another tough guy act getting up. So any thought of it being 4-down territory taken away with that sack.
I'll tell you what, in the NFL, that's a personal foul penalty.
Where he hits him and how he takes him down and then shoves him at the end.
It may have even been a little helmet-to-helmet as well. The 3rd punt of the night for Jeff Locke.
That was just a total miss by the offensive line in the blocking scheme. Right on the line of scrimmage, never identified, and untouched directly to the quarterback for the sack.
3rd sack of the night for Oregon. Locke standing at the 39. The Michael James at his own 12. Locke drills this one over the head of James and into the end zone for a touchdown. A 26-yard net on a 46-yard punt. Prince on the sideline. Let's take a look at this hit.
And it comes from his blind side. Excuse me, actually that really is his front side. And you saw, watch as Jordan goes through. And you see the helmet coming in first, right under the chin of Kevin Prince. They're trying to take that out of the game. They want shoulders, not helmets coming up through it. And that's something I know that the league is going to continue to work on. But as you talked about, that's a real tough kid getting up after that hit.
Thomas over the middle, incomplete. Intended for Josh Huff, knocked away by Eric Kendricks. So with 1:40 remaining, plenty of time for the Ducks to get up and down the field. 3 of their touchdowns have come in 104, 126, and 201. Time of possession. Thomas screen. James, watch out. Spinning. And finally dropped. Andrew Abbott with the tackle. Oregon with a timeout remaining with 1:28 to play. Thomas, incomplete, intended for Paulson.
So many teams would be content 35-14 to go into the half, but the field position Oregon had, just play it safe, get on out. Never with Oregon and Chip Kelly. Always pressing, always moving forward, trying to create scoring opportunities.
Chip Kelly, what a mind, folks. And a handoff. James looking to chop his feet again, cross forward. And gets it to the 37. Chip Kelly, and we'll talk about this in the second half. He's very good friends with John Gruden. John Gruden gushes over him about what he's been able to do here at U of O. Far side, caught. Hawkins again, first down. 1:01 to go. Clock will stop until they mark the ball. Sheldon Rice knocks him out of bounds.
Look how quickly Oregon is back in the line of scrimmage, maximizing their time. Not much will tick off the clock when they set the ball ready for play.
Thomas. And Michael James sneaking, no, make that Garner sneaking out of the backfield and making the grab in front of Larimore. Look how fast they work. Thomas again, sideline, knocked away at the last moment. Hawkins, the intended receiver. Nice job by Stan McKay.
And on that incompletion, UCLA able to roll in a brand new set of pass rushers in the defensive front. 4 guys out, 4 guys in, like a hockey line shift over the boards and onto the field, trying to get pressure on Darren Thomas before the half ends.
3rd down and 5 at the 49. Garner gains 9, maybe 9.5 on the play as Yuta Zeppa brings him down. They give him the first down at the UCLA 44. Thomas again, near side, incomplete.
And this, take it from the UCLA perspective. If they can keep Oregon out of the end zone right here and run into their locker room and feel a little bit better about themselves, gives them an opportunity to come out in the second half and fight. If Oregon puts it in the end zone right here, that's really, really difficult to overcome for UCLA.
2nd down and 10. Thomas loading up, knocked away. Paulson, the intended receiver. Eric Kendricks and Stan McKay covering defensively for the Bruins.
Really impressed by UCLA and how they fought this whole first half. I've seen no sag, no bad body language by the Bruins. A monster 3rd and 10 now to try and get Oregon off the field.
At the 44, 22 seconds. Thomas over the middle, incomplete. That ball deflected in the air by Patrick Larimore. What a first half he's had. An interception return for a touchdown. Also fumble recovery. Some nice hits as well.
And mark that play, Gus, because Oregon's going to go for it here. If they end up picking this up, that's a tough one for Larimore because that's right in his midst. That ends the drive. That takes away the threat. Now they get one more opportunity.
4th and 10 at the 44. They need to go to the 34 for first down. Thomas, pump fake. Thomas fires on the run, incomplete. 2-A, the intended receiver. And the Ducks turn it over on downs.
And give all credit to the UCLA defense for withstanding that final assault in the first half. They had many chances to wilt, and they didn't do it. The defense stands firm and finishes them off, probably to end the half here.
But you have to like the way this Bruins team has fought in this first half, especially when you consider all the things that have transpired over the last week.
Exactly. 50-0 loss to USC. Their coach dismissed. The circumstance coming here where no one gave them a chance to win the game. I love the grit and the fight I'm seeing out of UCLA this evening.
Kevin Prince looking for the Hail Mary over the middle. Caught. Fourier. 4 seconds to go. Bruins call a timeout, a 25-yard gain. And that's the play that we just talked about earlier. Those seams over the middle, those dump-offs over the middle, they look like, for Kevin Prince, there are opportunities there for it.
And what I like is the fact that he's going to Fourier, number 8, to the left side. Watch him run up the seam on Josh Cadu, number 56, and that's a well-thrown football by Kevin Prince. You always look at Fourier and you think red zone, but this is an out-in-the-field type of a receiver. Fourier, Kevin Prince, best friend since the 8th grade, connect for a nice play for UCLA.
Fourier, the Notre Dame transfer, as well as Shaq Evans, one of their big play threats we haven't heard much from in the first half. 35-14. UCLA will attempt a field goal as Tyler Gonzalez comes in the game to attempt a 44-yarder on the season. He's 6 of 9 with a long of 43. Good snap, good hold, nice draw. Bang, he hit it. A nice confidence builder for UCLA at the end of the first half with the score. Oregon 35, the Bruins 17.
Gotta love what they did on defense, holding Oregon, and then Gonzalez knocking it through. The former manager for the men's soccer team taking over for UCLA.
Nicely done by Tyler Gonzalez. Now let's go downstairs to the field where Coach Brew is with Coach Kelly.
Chip, you had 2 early turnovers. Other than that, thought your team really settled in well, over 300 yards total offense, 35 points. Talk about your first half.
I think we're inconsistent. Too many drops, and those turnovers hurt us, but we got to go in and regroup here at halftime and come back out and play and finish this thing.
What do you got to improve in the second half, Chip?
We have to clean up missed tackles and drop footballs.
Thank you, Chip. Gus?
All right, thank you very much, Coach Brewster. That's the end of the first half with the score. Oregon 35, UCLA 17. When we return, it's a Pizza Hut halftime show with Kevin Frazier, Marcus Allen, and John Lynch. Welcome back to Eugene. 35-17 Oregon with the lead as we prepare to start the third quarter. Welcome back, everybody. Gus Johnson along with Charles Davis at the Pac-12 championship game. And in that first half, when you look at Oregon, they capitalized off turnovers, and LaMichael James showed why he's one of the best players in all of college football.
And it started early with LaMichael James because his offensive line, tight end, wide receivers, they help. Watch this play. Look to the left. Weems 74. York 77. Look at him seal right there and give him a crease. And he sprints through it for the initial touchdown of the game. How about this? Look at the center. Grasu 55 pulling with a chop block on Larimore. Lay Erla, the tight end, controlling the line of scrimmage at the end. He runs through some, and then look at the blocks he got downfield from his wide receivers. Number 1, Josh Huff, one of them. Lavoisier, 2-A, number 80, another.
For UCLA, however, Charles, you like the effort that they put forth in the first half.
This was a very fragile team coming in. It could have gone either way for them, and they had trouble early, but they got off the deck. I love the way they ended the half with a defensive stop, offense picking up a field goal to end things.
So UCLA getting the field goal at the end of the first half. And take a look at the offensive numbers.
Yeah, in the first half stats, points off of turnovers, 14-7. Oregon leads with that. UCLA, 3 turnovers, but they picked up 2 from Oregon. They'll need more in the second half to continue to fight and scratch and claw and get back in this game.
Ducks will have it to start the second half, and Oregon comes out and they will have it around the 25-yard line on the fair catch. D'Anthony Thomas, we did not see very much of him in the first half after he fumbled the football. We don't know if he's injured or if Coach Kelly has decided to sit him. Well, he doesn't have his helmet. That means that he may have had some head injuries.
Remember LSU, he dropped it twice, but he kept giving it to him.
Michael James looking, and he dives and gets to the 29 as Stan McKay makes a tackle. McKay making some very nice tackles as a backup playing in the first half.
We coming?
So much on the line for both these teams. A berth in the Rose Bowl. Thomas handing off to James again. Bottled up and taken down behind the line of scrimmage. And that's one thing UCLA has really been good at, their pursuit. They're all swarming to the football as best as they can.
And one of the things they did in the first half, they took Dayton Jones, number 56, normally a defensive end, and moved him inside the defensive tackle. And he's been awfully active in the run game when Oregon tries to run inside.
3rd down and 6 at the 29. Thomas, play fake, in trouble, heaves it, incomplete. And this is not the time for Oregon to go for it on 4th down, so they will punt it away. Let's join Coach Brewster.
Thank you, Gus. In talking to Rick Neuheisel at the half, they want to continue to run the football at Oregon between the tackles. They want to control the clock some and find Joseph Faria in the passing game. There's a huge mismatch with him. They got to get the ball to him. Big question for Oregon is, where is D'Anthony Thomas? His 4th fumble early in the game. Whether or not we see him remains to be seen.
All right, Coach Brewster, thank you very much. Jackson Rice punting for the 2nd time. 50 yards on his first punt from the 15. Drives his football. Embry makes the first man miss, gets up the sideline. Oh, nice hurdle. Woo! Out of bounds at the 42. Late flags throw. Taylor Embry, the senior from Overland Park, Kansas, with an acrobatic play, a 49-yard punt and a 20-yard return.
Big pass on the kicking team. A 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run. 1st down.
So not only a terrific return, but a personal foul. 15-yard penalty will give UCLA great field position.
Secures the catch, first spin away, and now watch the leap as he sets up Eddie Pleasant with the fake to jump inside to pick up additional yardage. Nicely done by Taylor Embry. Somewhere a proud papa, the head coach of the Colorado Buffaloes, John Embry, watches this game.
And you can just see the confidence of the Bruins growing every second of this game. 1st down at the Oregon 43. They hand it straight ahead. Great! Golden! Down the sideline! Out of bounds inside! The Oregon 10, Eddie Pleasant makes a saving tackle, and it's a gain of 35. Ground and pound for UCLA.
As Coach Brewster talked about, they still want to run the football inside, and the offensive line does a nice job of controlling the defensive front of Oregon. And what's happening now, Gus, is that the confidence rises for UCLA, and Oregon is wondering, how is this Bruin team still here? We didn't expect them to be fighting us this late in the game.
1st down and goal at the 7. Drake throws it out. Far, and he's drilled out of bounds. As Brandon Hanna got him, as well as Troy Hill. And Hill shaken up on the play. Redshirt freshman Hill from Youngstown, Ohio. And he'll have to take a seat and try to clear his head.
Look at the play as he comes up against Barr, makes the tackle, and Barr's power runs right through it to finish the play off. And we saw Hill try to get up, but he was a little woozy, so I'm glad that he went down to get the medical attention. But I think right now, this UCLA team, we talked about their fight and effort, how they finished the first half and how they played. They're putting a little bit of doubt in the minds of Oregon right now, because I really don't think Oregon expected to be in this type of a fight in the third quarter.
Coach Neuheisel coaching his final game at UCLA. Here's a man that was a walk-on at quarterback. Won the Rose Bowl as a starter. As a matter of fact, he beat our Tim Brewster's Illinois team. Told they don't want him to return. They're letting him coach in this final game. And he felt that his team will come out and give that great effort. Coach Brew, your thoughts?
Well, Gus, you were talking about Rick Neuheisel and the great day he had against the Illini in the Rose Bowl. I tell him it's a career day, but this is a great opportunity for UCLA to score points and really tighten Oregon up.
And they have to score points here. They cannot miss opportunities like this.
Second down and goal at the 5. Prince in the gun. Coleman has been terrific. He's the pistol back. Coleman with room and goes down at the 1. Eddie Pleasant with the tackle, but UCLA now flexing their muscles and going right at this Oregon D.
And look at the offensive line controlling things. We got a nice little double team between the center, Mayava on the backside. They're getting it done up front. Sid, 62. Harris, 65. Capella, 64. Baca, 60.
Third down goal at the 1. Far in motion. Coleman again. No, it's Prince. Great fake. Gets into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA.
Fake inside, and the reason it's so effective is because they've been running well inside, so you have to respect that. Prince sees everyone crash down inside, pulls it out of the fullback's belly, and takes it to the corner for a touchdown.
So the Bruins score on their opening drive of the second half, and how about this, folks? 12-10 to play third quarter, 35-24. Coach Neuheisel rooting on his team. And we may have a game in Eugene. 35-24. This is the Pac-12 inaugural championship game. The Oregon Ducks, the 9th-ranked team in the nation, with a 35-24 lead. But you can feel the momentum starting to shift in this game. Jeff Locke will send it away. Brian Jackson, Josh Huff back deep. And this is Huff coming up to get it at the 15. Still running. Huff! Burst of speed. And he goes down to the 45. A 39-yard return. Glenn Love with the tackle on special teams. Now on Monday, UCLA announced Rick Neuheisel's tenure as head coach would end following tonight's game. This marked the end of a relationship with UCLA that spans over 30 years. A playing career that started as a walk-on QB and ended as a Rose Bowl MVP. He returned to Westwood as an assistant, mentoring a young quarterback named Troy Aikman. And in 2008, he returned to the Bruins sideline as head coach, resulting in a 4-year stint that ends tonight after this game. On first down. And Michael James
is the ball carrier.
And he's been remarkably poised during this whole process of losing his job. He told us that by kickoff, it won't be about him. It'll be about the kids playing this game. And by the way he's conducted himself, his kids have taken that cue and have played a very nice game tonight.
Second down and 6, James Jitterbuggy. And he'll be about 2 yards short of the first down. Tevin McDonald, the 6 feet, 195-pound freshman safety, making the tackle. Third down and 2. James again, breaks it outside, and goes out of bounds, close to the 20. Tevin McDonald again, but LaMichael James starting to impose his will now on this Bruin defense.
This is what's so difficult for teams that play Oregon. You bottle them up for a while. You get a 3 and out. You get some momentum. But then you give up a big kickoff return, which is a momentum play, and then the offense takes off again. Another challenge for UCLA's defense, trying to hold Oregon now to nothing more than a field goal attempt.
Gain 16. Thomas throws it down, breaks it back, and McDowell will fumble the ball. No, they're going to call him down. Tevin McDonald with another tackle. We've got a lot of turnovers in this game tonight, folks.
How about the read of Darren Thomas, reading that the back shouldn't have the ball, and he kept it.
Garner, and he can't get around the corner. Flag on the play. Patrick Larimore with another tackle.
Holding on the offense, number 79. A 10-yard penalty, second down.
And the penalty gave UCLA an opportunity to rotate in fresh defensive linemen. Remember I talked about hockey line shifts in the first half? That's what it is. When they get the chance, those guys sprint out there to give the other guys a break.
So they back it up after the holding penalty. Oregon uncharacteristically sloppy. 8 penalties, 85 yards. Second and 13 at the Bruin 25. Thomas, far side, Huff with the catch. Huff, oh, what a run. Huff all the way down to the 5. Eric Kendricks. As Josh Huff, the sophomore from Houston, gets close to the end zone.
Watch the block up here by Paulson, number 42. See, he controls the corner. That allows Huff one-on-one in the hole to make the move and get upfield.
A gain of 20. James, touchdown Ducks. His third of the night. Michael James. Maldonado coming in to attempt the extra point, and it's good. 6 plays, covering 46 yards. Oregon scoring in 2:13. Michael James, look at his feet. 42-24, Oregon. 42-24, Oregon counterpunching, answering UCLA with LaMichael James, who averages 142 rushing yards per game. He has 154 tonight, and we still have 9:57 remaining in the third. Beard will send it away. Josh Smith, Derek Coleman back deep. Smith from the 5. Spinning. And Smith ridden out of bounds to the 24. Coach Brewster, what are you seeing with this UCLA defense?
Gus, LaMichael James is doing a great job getting the ball to the perimeter, but the most impressive thing to me is how this group of wide receivers for Oregon is blocking. And I'll tell you what, Chip Kelly told us, if you don't block, you don't play. These guys are blocking the perimeter. They're digging safeties out. It's extremely impressive how this group is blocking today.
All right, thank you, Coach. First down and 10. At the 23. For the Bruins, Prince hands it off. Coleman again. And Coleman has really been pounding the rock as he gains 5 there. 10 carries, 67 yards. Taylor Hart stops it.
Things are playing out as the UCLA offensive staff suspected coming in. They thought the opportunities inside the tackles would be there. And they did say that Derek Coleman would have to carry the load. His physicalness running inside made for a better match, and he's proving it this evening.
2nd and 5. Prince again, keeps it, and slides down after picking up 3 yards. So a 5-yard gain and now a 3-yard gain brings up 3rd down and 2. At the 31, Bruins 3 of 8 on 3rd down conversion.
And this reminds me of something Rick Neuheisel said when we were meeting with him. This game's like a tennis match. When you have the serve, you've got to hold it. UCLA has to hold serve and go downfield and score because of the prolific scoring of Oregon all night.
Coleman, the pistol back. They give it to him, and he picks up the 1st down. Smash mouth. John Boyette.
So impressed with UCLA's offensive line tonight. They do the flip-flop. Strong side, quick side. Strong side means that's usually where you want to run the football. Quick side, more of your technicians and pass blocking. But I think all across the front, they've done a nice job tonight opening up holes in the running game.
You just wonder when the Bruins are going to take another shot as Prince hands it off. This time it's Malcolm Jones who came into this game with 23 carries on the season for 94 yards, averaging over 4 yards a carry. Josh Cadu with the tackle as he picks up 6 yards.
Highly touted back out of Oaks Christian, big-time football school. Has not found the traction here at UCLA, but he's got some pretty good backs in front of him in Jonathan Franklin and Derek Coleman.
And Jones remains in the game. 2nd and 4 at the 41. Zach Evans in motion. Prince throws. That was short. Evans, the intended receiver, couldn't pick that one up off the turf. And that makes it 3rd down and 4. UCLA establishing the run.
UCLA's doing. The tough part is if they want to ring the bell on offense, they're going to have to throw it a little bit too and be proficient getting it downfield. Here's an opportunity.
3rd down and 4. Prince underneath, incomplete. Intended for Nelson Rosario. That one thrown high on a slant. And the Bruins will have to punt it away.
This is one-on-one coverage that you've got to win. Rosario's got to win, but look at Terrence Mitchell. Excellent job staying inside. And even if that ball's thrown well, he has an opportunity to make a play on the football. It would have had to have been perfect on the throw and catch in order to complete that play.
Got blocked from the 26 with Michael James back deep. Line drive kick. Takes a UCLA bounce. And will be down inside the 15. A 45-yard punt. LaMichael James, folks, putting his signature on this football game.
Every time he touches it, he's a big play waiting to happen. And Oregon is the beneficiary of his talents.
(42-24), Oregon with the lead here in Eugene. 1st down and 10. Michael James in the corner, following his blocks, and is dropped at the 21. Let's go downstairs to one of the great defenders of all time, John Lynch.
Well, Gus, you talk about defense, and when you talk about defense, we keep talking about Oregon getting to the perimeter. Someone on this UCLA defense has to set the edge. You got to turn the ball back to your other defenders. The other thing is, we've talked about this UCLA defense getting tired. It's starting to reveal itself in the form of missed tackles.
And up the middle, watch out! All the way down. Darren Thomas on the quarterback keeper, 41 yards. So instead of going outside, they now go straight ahead and pick up 41 big ones.
All the horizontal side-to-side running where you stretch the defense and make them run. John Lynch talks about them getting tired of missing tackles. There wasn't a tackle to be missed there. The hole was so wide open.
Oregon with 426 total yards, 1st and 10 at the UCLA 40. Garner in the game. Thomas out wide, 2-and-A. Dan McKay pushes him out.
How about the play calling from Chip Kelly right now? We've seen the sideways run to start it. Then they fake the run out wide, and they go inside with Thomas for a big gainer. Now they just go back horizontal again out wide for another nice gain.
First down and 10 to the 25. Hands it off to Barney. And Barney wrestled down hard by Andrew Abbott, who tackled him up high. And sometimes, Charles, it seems like these backs in Oregon are so small that you can't even see them.
They hide. We were talking about this with Marcus Allen, where he talks about Barry Sanders, where he'd get behind a big offensive line running for the Detroit Lions, and you couldn't locate him until it was too late. And then they make big plays downfield. For a team that plays fast, they know how to milk the clock with a lead.
2nd and 7. Thomas pulls it out. Top touchdown! David Paulson, 22 yards.
When you run it as well as Oregon, after a while they forget about the guys running up the seam on the pass plays. David Paulson, unchecked. No one covering him, no one stopping him in the line of scrimmage. The fake inside, he runs right past Dan McKay, the safety number 4. Easy throw, touchdown.
3rd touchdown thrown tonight for Darren Thomas. 4:45 to play in the 3rd. Darren Thomas putting it on the money. Welcome to the Pac-12 Conference Championship, and let's take a look at our State Farm Get to a Better State recap. And with all eyes on Heisman frontrunner Andrew Luck, it was Oregon's Darren Thomas that led his team to victory in the biggest Pac-12 matchup of the year. Thomas threw for 3 touchdowns, no picks, as then number 7 Oregon knocked off number 4 Stanford 53-30. State Farm, for auto, home, life, and banking. Get to a better state. Sometimes you feel like Darren Thomas is the man on this team that not only conference-wise, but nationally gets overlooked.
So many other weapons at Oregon. He's often the last guy that they talk about. But the number 1 job of a quarterback is to win games, and he does that.
Coleman returning it as he hits the sideline and gets up to the 30, a 19-yard return. You think his coach likes him? Chip Kelly smiling at Darren Thomas, and here's a young man that comes from very, very humble beginnings. Thomas, his mother, Latina, has worked at Target for 16 years. His father, Darren Thomas Sr., recently coming back into his life after being absent for many, many years. This kid is young, positive. He's getting ready to earn his degree in sociology, and he's very hopeful about his future at the next level after next season. There's Darren Thomas.
It's been terrific, and then meeting with him and seeing how he's grown as not just a player, but as a leader. We're sitting there, and Marcus Allen, the Hall of Famer, says to him, Darren, one question, whose team is this? And Darren Thomas looked him dead in the eye and said, this is my team. Of course it's my team, and that's what you want out of your starting quarterback.
Ironically, there's a man in the building tonight that almost had Darren Thomas. Jonathan Franklin in the backfield. Prince. Nice throw and a great catch by Nelson Rosario. Nelson Rosario is the kind of player, he has 55 catches for over 1,000 yards coming into this game. Great numbers, right? But his coaches feel that he should at least have 1,500 to 1,600 yards if he will bust it day in and day out.
They see the potential there. They see that there's more to get. And every time he makes a good play, they tell him how he can make another one right after that. Consistency and continuing to go after the football. It's a nice year, but they think it could have been so much better.
First down at the 45 for Kevin Prince and the Bruins. Prince with time, sideline again. And once again, he finds Nelson Rosario. And he's a yard short of the first down.
Once again,
and that's part of what they're talking about there, is maximizing that frame of Nelson Rosario. 6'5", nearly 220 pounds. You notice how he played basketball in this play? Watch him against Terrence Mitchell, number 27. Watch how he just turns, boxes him out, makes Mitchell go through his body to try and get the ball, and is unable to do so. It's a very nicely run route.
The great Walt Frazier would call that posting and toasting. Second down and 1 at 46. And this time, Franklin ambushed in the backfield by Kiko Alonso. And it's a loss of 2.5.
And it's been rare as this game has gone on that UCLA has struggled to run the ball inside. And you notice that was Franklin and not Coleman on that short yardage play.
Third down and 4 at the 49. Prince hands it off. It won't be enough for first down for Jonathan Franklin. So now Coach Neuheisel has a decision to make.
No decision. They've got to. Look at the scoreboard, 49-24. Almost out of time in the third quarter. Go right now, no question.
Fourth down and 1. Prince. I don't know. We'll see. Doesn't look like it from here that he got it.
And the question I would have is, where's Derek Coleman on these short yardage plays? He's been their thumper and has acquired the best yardage inside all night long.
And he came up short. Jonathan Franklin coming up short. And the Bruins turn it over on downs.
See, right here, it's a good push by the defensive front of Oregon. They do a nice job. There's Alonso, 47, helping out. Also inside, number 90, Himule. Good job on the push, but unless Coleman's hurt, I'm surprised he's not in the game there.
And a handoff to the Michael James, reverses the field, slip. Goes down at the 40, and that's a 6-yard loss.
Watch what he was looking at with his vision. He sees the backside open, and if he doesn't lose a blade on the cut back, he may slip out the back door for some nice yardage.
James, 21 carries, 150 yards. He's averaging 7 yards a carry, 3 touchdowns. This long, a 30-yard TD. They give it to him again. They'll push the 5 mile forward and get to the 45. Back at the original line of scrimmage, makes it third down and 10.
And if you're UCLA's defense, this is where you have to start thinking to yourself, don't fall asleep on the run fake. And David Paulson, the tight end, that's where they've stung him with the seam route.
Watch Josh Huff. He's been big in situations today. Here's the screen. James. First down Oregon and a flag. A flag thrown behind the play. Dayton Jones with the tackle downfield.
Tripping on the offense, number 55. A 15-yard penalty is being forced from the spot of the foul. Third down.
That's the redshirt freshman center, Haranas Grasu, getting downfield trying to help, but picking up a penalty instead. So right there he makes it, but right there's the penalty. See, the first part was fine on the block when he threw the block, but it was on the backside with the leg sweep. Is the Karate Kid playing here tonight? Sweep the leg, Haranas Grasu, but it's a penalty against Oregon.
That makes it third down and 15 at the 31. And they hand it off to Barner. And Barner trying to find the room to get the first down. He won't get it. A couple of yards short, but you know Oregon loves to go for it on fourth down. Larimore, McDonald making the tackle.
Only question is, will they get the playoff before the quarter runs out?
And they do not.
Kelly wants to see the official. That's who he's yelling at. I want to see you now, because he thinks he got that play off in time.
And that is the end of the third quarter with the score 49-24, the inaugural Pac-12 Conference Championship game from Eugene. High-scoring affair on Fox. Jim Kelly ended the quarter upset, but they're rocking so hard in Eugene right now that I think it's gone away. Here's why.
See, look at the clock. 2, 1, 0 coming up. There it is. Zeros before the ball snapped. Chip thought he got the play off. Remember, you saw him, and we can even lip read. I want to see you now, but he would have been wrong. They are shouting here. Remember.
All right, fourth down. Oregon going for it, and they'll pick up the first down. Kenyon Barner.
Movie Animal House shot here.
Right here.
Hence, shout at the end of the third quarter, an anthem for Oregon. But how about the power run of Kenyon Barner to pick up the first down for Oregon?
Barner again, skipping through the hole. They don't get it inside the 40-yard line. As Donovan Carter makes a tackle for UCLA as we start this fourth quarter.
John Lynch pointed out the UCLA defense getting tired. We look at Oregon with 283 rush yards. When you go side to side and cover as much ground chasing Oregon as they have all night, and then get the power runs inside, it will fatigue you on defense.
Second down at 6. Barner again. And Barner, first down, Oregon. These great shots over the field are being presented by our Verizon Action Cam.
You mentioned Barner earlier in the game, partner. You know, if James doesn't play, Barner's a heck of a substitute. We're seeing exactly what you talked about. He could be a #1 back just about anywhere else in the country.
First down and 10 at the 31. Barner. This time, he's gobbled up. Great job by Donovan Carter. But I think it's time for us to really shift the focus to Chip Kelly and what he's been able to accomplish here at Oregon. Not only with wins and losses and championships, but with a different kind of philosophy that took college football by storm. Second and 13. And Barner going backwards. Chip Kelly firmly believing in science over tradition.
You hear coaches talk all the time when they take over programs about changing the culture, usually from a losing culture to a winning culture. We already had a winning culture here under Mike Bellotti, but he talks about doing things differently. Is the science supporting what we're doing? Are we going to do things the same way we did it when we played 20 years ago? If the science proves differently, he's not afraid to enact it, and his Ducks have benefited.
Third down and 12. They throw it out, and Barner makes the catch, but it won't be enough for first down. Eric Kendricks with the tackle.
But they're in no man's land. Too far, too close to punt. Field goal kicker is shaky, 6 of 13 all year long. They'll go for it here. They feel better with their offense on the field.
Fourth down and 9. Thomas winds up in the end zone. Incomplete. Josh Huff. It hit him right in the middle of his chest, but he couldn't hold on. And UCLA will get the football back. Huff has had a huge night. This one right at you, folks. Josh Huff just couldn't hold on. Welcome back to Autzen Stadium here in Eugene. 54,000, 82nd straight sellout dating back to for the Pac-12 Conference Championship game. First down and 10 to the 30. Prince steps up in the pocket. He's got room. Down the sideline and out of bounds at midfield. Tell you what, Kevin Prince, there hasn't been a lack of effort tonight from this kid.
And what I like here is how decisive he is. Read, I don't have it, flushes, and propels himself upfield. That was very well done by Kevin Prince. He's had a tough go between injuries, lack of support in terms of playmakers, and of course himself making mistakes along the way.
Coming into the game, he had 424 rushing yards, most by a Bruins quarterback since Jeff Dankworth in 76. Oh! Michael Clay sacks and dislodges the ball. And Prince is down. UCLA will hold on.
I think he's telling the bench he has no feeling in his right hand and arm, and I think they told him go down, take the time. Because remember, their backup is coming off of a broken leg. Backside, there's Clay. And ball comes free, and UCLA pounces on it alertly to keep possession. That's a long run by Michael Clay for the sack and the strip.
And Prince, let's hope he doesn't finish the season with the injury, because he started the season with an injury. September 3rd, UCLA season opener at Houston. Kevin Prince gets hit on his way to the sideline, resulting in a separated shoulder and a concussion. Prince would miss the next 2 games as a result of the injury. Tonight, it's been a rough one for him.
Let the Michael Clay bend around the corner and strip the ball free with a big hit.
He's been sacked 4 times tonight. As he gets up and walks off the field, hopefully he'll come back and finish. But when you look at this Oregon defense, their defense is just as fast as its offense. 39 sacks coming into this game, second in the nation behind Texas A&M as Richard Breho enters.
Fractured his leg in the Washington State game, and that brought Kevin Prince back into the lineup.
Second down and 15 at the 44.
False start on the offense, number 65, a 5-yard penalty, second down.
This is what they're playing for, the beautiful inaugural Pac-12 championship trophy. 46 pounds it weighs.
Nice piece of hardware there. New quarterback in the game. Keep an eye on Nick Aliotti's defense. They're going to go radar. No one with their hand down. They're coming after him right now.
Rio. Ball caught. Rosario spinning, and Nelson Rosario picks up 14 yards on 2nd and 20. Nice throw. What does Breho do well as he comes into this football game for Kevin Prince?
He manages the offense well. He takes care of the football. He's pretty, fairly accurate when he has time to throw it. The hard part is all the rust. Hasn't played in a long time, but I like his poise coming off the bench and completing his first throw.
Third down and 6. Rio out of the shotgun. Throwing at the sideline. Take it away! Intercepted by Terrence Mitchell. The 4th turnover of the night for UCLA. Oregon playing well on both sides of the ball. 49-24 back after this. 49-24, Oregon with the lead and the football. Now, Nissan is giving their official Heisman vote for the fans. This is the last weekend to cast your vote at the HeismanVote.com and make your opinion count. Now, here are some great candidates from Pac-12, and Luck, Matt Barkley, and LaMichael James. All right, Charles, I'm going to put you on the spot. These three players worthy. Who's your Heisman winner this year?
I get to go all the way down till these games are done Saturday night. Call me Sunday morning.
Oh,
I'll let you know
that's
then.
terrible. First out of 10. You're Michael James. Still running. I don't know. 43 yards.
Maybe you should ask me again right now. Watch the left side of the line and look at Mark Asper, 79, fold up inside the hole and create even more running room for LaMichael James.
LaMichael James, 23 carries, 199 yards prior to that carry. And he gained 3 there. 24, 201, 3 touchdowns.
And remember, both elbows have been hurt in this season.
James again. Outside, high stepping, and steps out of bounds. Late hit? No. Aaron Hester. A gain of 19.
This last weekend winds down. Teams trying to get to BCS bowls, that's most important. But those who are trying to make statements about Heisman trophies and other things, this is their opportunity. LaMichael James is doing that on the national stage tonight.
Michael James, a finalist for the Doak Walker award he won in 2010. Bidding to become only the 3rd two-time winner of the award, joining Ricky Williams of Texas and Darren McFadden of Arkansas. First down and 10 at the 15.
We will see another Doak Walker finalist tomorrow in Monty Ball of Wisconsin.
29 rushing touchdowns for Ball. This ball thrown a little bit high, intended for 2 and 8.
Route that they love down here, if they throw the balls, a backside drag, motion going one way, dragging the receiver in the backside the other way.
Garner with the running room, he's going out of bounds. As Jordan Sumwalt knocks him out. Makes it 3rd down and 3 at the 8-yard line. Garner 15 carries, 70 yards this evening. Thomas keeping it, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. As Glenn Love jumps on his back.
That was well defensed by UCLA, because ordinarily you've got to read, and off of your read you've got one play that one side that's open, either the play inside with the back or taking it outside with the quarterback. Both of them were covered. Thomas had to dive forward.
Oregon going for it on 4th down and 3. Garner will not get the first down. So UCLA getting the ball again. Coach Neuheisel still motivating his squad for the final 7 minutes and 13 seconds of his tenure as the head coach at UCLA. (49-24). Oregon, 7:13 to go, and this is the Coors Light game summary.
Take a look at the total yards. Oregon doing what they do, putting up big numbers, The 4 turnovers by UCLA have been killer. And look at the drive. 2 minutes, 1 second on 7 touchdown drives by Oregon.
First down and 10 at the 6-yard line for the Bruins. Prince back in the game. Coleman running it. And for Coach Rick Neuheisel, 7 minutes remaining in his career at UCLA. And we met with him yesterday at the Oregon facility, and Coach Neuheisel and Coach Rooster shared a very tender moment as two coaches that have experienced the same kind of thing. And we'll go down to Coach Brew right after this. 2nd down and 6. And a handoff, Coleman. Coach Brewster, yesterday was something that you rarely see from two coaches. Can you?
Well, Gus, not only 2 coaches, but 2 great friends. I've got so much admiration for Rick Neuheisel. It goes back to when we played against each other in the Rose Bowl. He's an outstanding coach, but he's an even better person. And the feelings are really raw when a situation comes up like when you get fired. And so it was a great moment for me and him to share together.
Tears flowing in the room from both gentlemen. 3rd down and 3 at the 13. And Coleman barreling ahead, close to the first down. Eddie Pleasant with the tackle. We asked Coach Neuheisel what was in store for him after this game, and he was honest and hell-bent to continue to do what he loves.
Still wants to be a coach. Feels like he was born to do that, loves to do it. And the relationships that you build up in coaching, that's what you live for. Those guys coming back and seeing you later. Those guys taking care of you right now.
That first down over the middle. And Rosario will make that Taylor Embry with the reception. Neuheisel, in a way, Charles, sacrificial in a sense, because you know that whoever UCLA hires, they're going to roll out the red carpet and make some major changes in facilities and allowing kids to get in school, and things will be different from this point on.
It's a natural evolution. When people aren't winning and they make changes, they're typically upgrades for the next coach.
Prince firing, incomplete. That was thrown behind Anthony Barr. DeWitt Stuckey in the vicinity.
And I can hear people screaming now, face guarding. Where's the penalty? There is no such thing as face guarding. You do not have to turn and find the ball. You just cannot run into the receiver before the ball gets there. So DeWitt Stuckey made a nice play by not seeing the ball. He's just fortunate enough to hit it between the 5 and the 2. But he never interfered with the receiver going after the ball.
Now stay tuned for the AT&T postgame show with the trophy presentation and the announcement of the first ever Pac-12 championship game MVP. Prince on 2nd down. Underneath, lost, and they're going to call this an incomplete pass, as Joseph Fourier had it knocked out of his hands.
Best friend to best friend. You know, Gus, those two met in the 8th grade. Kevin Prince and Joseph Fourier. You know where they met? In the movies. Prince was at the movies sitting in front of Fourier. Fourier's making a lot of noise. Prince asked him kindly to be quiet, although I don't think it was as kind as they said. And that's how they became friends and remain that way to this day.
3rd down and 10 at the 34. Here comes a blitz. Prince over the middle. Incomplete. Fourier, the intended receiver. Late flag throw.
That was thrown from the middle of the field by the back judge, who had a view from the inside out of that play.
Pass interference on the defense, number 11. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Coaches often get upset and say the guy on the side didn't call it. How's the guy that far away from the ball calling it? And I talked with a bunch of officials, and they told me, and you see he's riding him the whole way. The back judge in the middle of the field could see On that play that Pleasant was riding the receiver and was able to throw the flag. Talked with officials, they said oftentimes the guy in the middle has a better view than the guy on the sides. That's why the flag comes out.
So a first down for the Bruins. And Franklin. Hannah making the tackle. UCLA getting to the line of scrimmage quickly. 4:20 counting to go in this fourth quarter of the Pac-12 championship. Prince pumping, deflected at the line of scrimmage.
Prince's pass, deflected, incomplete.
Guys, coming into this game, all I kept thinking to myself was, I know UCLA is a decided underdog. We see Kevin Prince's numbers for tonight, but throughout their history, they've been the gutty little Bruins. They've been the team to spring upsets. We talked about Rick Neuheisel's team in '84 beating our colleague Tim Brewster's number 4 Illinois team in the Rose Bowl. Rick Neuheisel with food poisoning. Didn't even go to the game on the team bus. Came in a private car so the team wouldn't see him getting sick before the game, and was the MVP. They pulled off those types of upsets before. It doesn't look like it'll happen tonight.
And a handoff to Franklin. And Franklin picks up the first down. So for Chip Kelly, he's 4 minutes away from 3 championships in 3 years. What a coach. What an innovator. We talked about when he talked about science over tradition, he means things like taking cold baths, not drinking coffee after 3 o'clock because of how it affects your body, changing your practices to early in the morning to get maximum effort as opposed to having them after school, practicing for only an hour, only over the middle incomplete. Here's a man with so many innovations, but more than that, he has a great relationship with his players, a coolness, a calmness, and a swagger about him. Look at him on the sideline right now.
And he's not just an offensive coach. When we watch them practice, you often hear about guys whose specialties on one side of the ball, maybe not being as involved with the other side of the ball. Remember us watching him practice and watching him go through special teams where he knew everything that was going on, was moving the guys around. We saw him in this game talking to the defensive players. He knows his whole team, not just one side.
Second down and 10. Prince wants to run it. Boyette tracks him down as he gets to the line of scrimmage. A man that came to Oregon from Hampshire with his innovative style, spent a couple of years as a coordinator, and then given the job as the head coach. 43 points a game in 3 years as a head coach. He's got great relationships, as I mentioned, with John Groot. A big fan, Chip Kelly, of Bill Parcells. Just wonder when the NFL is going to come knocking on his door. Underneath, Rosario with the catch. How do you think his style will translate to the National Football League?
Well, we're watching a semblance of it with what Tim Tebow's been doing recently. And it's giving the NFL fits. Because you have to have the right personnel. Tebow's a tank. He would have more scat backs, but he'd have to have an owner that would go all in to that innovative style. And you'd have to have not just one quarterback who could do it, but multiple because of the hits you take on that level.
All right, 4th down and 2 for UCLA. And a timeout called by the Bruins. 2:25 to play in the championship. 49-24, back to Eugene after this. During the pregame show, we mentioned the hashtag battle on Twitter between the Bruins and the Duck fans, and here are the results. Looks like Duck fans are showing more support for their team. You can still join the battle by using hashtag Go Bruins or Go Ducks. 83-17. 49-24. 2:25 to go. 4th down and 2 for UCLA. Straight ahead, and a first down for Derek Coleman. The Bruins refusing to give up for their coach. 2:18 to go in the fourth quarter. 14th play of the drive that started at the UCLA 6-yard line. Coleman has done a really nice job tonight running the ball. 81 yards rushing on 14 carries. Prince over the middle and broken up at the last moment. Shaq Evans, the intended receiver. A lot of changes going on in the Pac-12. New coach at Washington State, new coach at Arizona. There will be a new coach at UCLA.
And Arizona State still has an opening. And how about the coaches coming in? Rich Rodriguez coming to Arizona, and Chip Kelly spent time meeting with Rich Rodriguez and the offensive staff in Clemson when Rich Rod was there, which helped him form this great offense that we see now. Now they'll be going head-to-head, and Mike Leach, you know he's going to throw it around up in the Palouse at Washington State.
Arizona State having to make a decision. Prince. Oh, what a catch by Rosario! One-handed, 19 yards.
This is flat out gorgeous. This is what they were talking about. Well, if you want more out of me, coach, I guess I'll give it to you. One hand pulls it in, and look at it. He never even pulled it into his body. Oftentimes when you make that catch, Gus, you have to cradle it, bring it to your body to control it. That was one big paw, and it stuck, and he carried it in. If this was the NFL, he takes it and finger rolls it over the goalpost after that catch. What a beautiful job by Rosario.
7 catches, 101 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Rosario. Extra point off and good. 49-31. Nelson Rosario. Poetry in motion. 49-31, Oregon, a minute and 51 away from the Pac-12 Conference Championship. But UCLA continuing to fight. Feel-good touchdown for the Bruins and Neuheisel. A minute and 51 to go, onside kick. And it's recovered by the Ducks. Jared, Galleria of Jewelry, play of the game tonight. And it was early on. This got him going with the Michael James.
Beautifully blocked at the line of scrimmage. UCLA no one deep to try and make a play on the Michael James. So once he pierced the line of scrimmage, it was a waltz in, and that's Gary Campbell, his running backs coach, right next to him. He spent Thanksgiving Day at the Campbell home enjoying the meal, and he rewarded his coach for feeding him with a big night tonight.
And Brian Bennett comes in, takes the snap, and takes the knee with a minute and 43 remaining. Stay tuned for the AT&T postgame show with the trophy presentation and the announcement of the first ever Pac-12 championship game MVP.
Do we have much doubt on that one?
I don't think there's a lot of doubt about who your MVP is tonight. One Mr. LaMichael James. James tonight rushing the football 25 times for 221 yards. Averaging close to 9 yards per carry. And don't forget tomorrow night, folks, even more fun. October 22nd, Wisconsin and Michigan State played in not just one of the best games of the season, but ended with perhaps the most controversial play of the year as Kirk Cousins' 44-yard pass to Keith Nichols, which wasn't called a touchdown originally, was overturned, giving the Spartans a 37-31 victory. And tomorrow night, it's the rematch on the inaugural Big Ten championship game, only on FOX.
What a play that was. They call it Rocket, and it rocketed Michigan State to a divisional title, and now they have the rematch.
And that should do it. 49-31 the final. Oregon and Chip Kelly win the inaugural Pac-12 championship game in Eugene. coaches meeting. One moving on to the Rose Bowl in Chip Kelly. And the other, Rick Neuheisel, his future uncertain. Heck of a football coach right there. Chip Kelly, heck of a ball player. The Michael James hugging the Anthony Thomas. The Oregon Ducks improved to 11-2 on the season. 3 titles for Chip Kelly in 3 years. His 3rd straight BCS Bowl. His 2nd Rose Bowl. Rose Bowl against Ohio State. BCS National Championship game against Auburn. Now another Rose Bowl against the winner we'll see tomorrow night, Wisconsin or Michigan State. As Rick Neuheisel walks off the field as the head coach of the UCLA Bruins for the final time. All right, let's go downstairs where our coach Brewster is standing with the winning quarterback, Darren Thomas.
Thank you, Gus. I'm standing here with a young guy from Houston, Texas, who's leading the Oregon Ducks into Pasadena as the Pac-12 champions. Talk about that, Darren.
Oh, man, very excited. Can't understand the feeling right now, but very happy for the team and all the players on the team.
I thought you did a great job today. You showed poise, and when we asked you yesterday, who's the leader of this Duck football team, what was your answer?
Oh, it's me all the way. I come out each week, getting these guys ready to prepare, and we come out each week, do a good job.
Congratulations. Now go to Pasadena and win.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. As Darren Thomas, 20 of 36, 219 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception for Oregon. And this program is just such a beaming program in college football.
It's phenomenal with so many things that they do and how they're getting things done. Many people will want to study this program and find out if science over tradition may start working for their program. Remember, everything's a copycat, and everybody wants to follow people who are winning games. Oregon will be one of those leading teams.
David Paulson, big game this evening for Oregon, a touchdown, and he's on the field with our John Lynch.
Hey, thanks, Gus. David, you had the big 42-yard touchdown. Heck of a way to go out. Your last game at Autzen Stadium, your feelings on being the inaugural Pac-12 champ?
There's no better feeling, last time playing at Autzen, get to go out, win the first Pac-12 championship game, heading to the Rose Bowl now. All these fans, just crazy. Best experience.
Talk about that Rose Bowl, the opportunity to get there and play in the big one.
Yeah, that's we're playing in the Pac-12, that's the big one you shoot for, and now we got a chance to go back there, played there a couple years ago, but we got a chance to go back there. I'm real excited.
Well, Gus, there's David Paulson, been a great player for the Oregon Ducks, gets to finish it off at the Rose Bowl.
And Chip Kelly, under his guidance, Oregon 33-6 in 3 years. 49-31, the final here in Eugene.
Really, the only thing he hasn't done now is win a BCS bowl game. They got beat by Ohio State in the Rose Bowl 2 years ago. Last year, national championship game, they got beat on a field goal at the buzzer by Auburn. Here's their 3rd opportunity. Eventually they're going to get it done. But how about just getting there 3 straight times? A phenomenal achievement by Oregon's Chip Kelly. They are truly a program, not just a football team.
(49-31) the final. Oregon wins the inaugural Pac-12 championship. The Ducks They love their coach, Chip Kelly, with the Gatorade shower. His players love him, and the fans here in Eugene, they love their QB, Darren Thomas, because he's a winner.